stuff away, and just again the same, if they suddenly start darting out because they're not happy with me being in there, all I'll do is I'll put it back together and I'll put the lid back on. I'm not up for disturbing bees and making them angry and all the rest of it. And if you feel like you're getting, like if they're coming for you, just really slowly walk backwards or turn around and walk out. Don't run.
Okay.
Don't scream. All right.
No screaming allowed.
No screaming. If we can help it. That's a little bit of a variation. You ready?
Yeah.
What we want to see in here is honeycomb, because this is the honey super. This is where they will actually make the honey. So when this went in, it just had foundation in it, and that's like a starting block, if you like, for bees to then draw out their own honeycomb. And once they've drawn out the honeycomb, they'll fill those cells with honey, and then what we want to see is white capped honey, a honeycomb, and then that way we know that the honey underneath is at the right water consistency and we can pull it out. So gently, gently, slowly, slowly. Because we've got a queen excluder on here, that's what this white one is here, the queen shouldn't be in this top box here. You never take anything for granted. Some queens are smaller than others, and so they can, some of them can squeeze through, especially if they're virgin queens. So that's why when we take these out, we do it very, very carefully, one by one, and we check every frame to make sure, even though the queen shouldn't be up here, the queen isn't up here. Frame of foundation, so this is the building block that I put in, and you can see that they're just starting to build out the comb on this frame. And as we go further into the box, the natural way bees move through the hive is they will move up the centre, then they will start to build out, and when the honey gets to about here, that's when you put another super on, and then they will continue to build out to the side of there whilst the other bees come up and start to build the comb out in the next honey super. So this one, as you can see it's glistening. When it goes into the sun, can you catch that glisten? So that is basically nectar that's been brought in, that these bees are currently sucking back in, adding the enzymes to it, and then redepositing it into the cells. And then other bees will come along, and once it's at the right water consistency, which is ideally under 20%, they will then cap that honey over and it will be right for bringing out the hive. Again, you can see that they've capped, they're building out the foundation with beeswax to make cells, and there's lots and lots and lots of liquid in there. You can see they're just starting to cap off in this very top corner here. So with any luck, the next frame, maybe, just along the top here, they're starting to cap it off. You see what I mean by cap it off. Just means these cells will be covered over. It means this honey at the top here is ready, but we need the whole frame to be covered and capped off before we consider taking it out to spin the honey out. If we were taking it out now, it wouldn't be ready. The honey would have too much water in it. These ones are even more full, but they're not capped yet, so we can't pull this honey off. But it won't be long. Lovely jubbly. And I'm not going to go any further because I can see by looking through the top that this frame and this frame are at the same stage as this frame and this frame. So as least disruption as possible is what we're all about. We'll put the lid back on, put it on at an angle very gently because then it gives the girls a chance to get out of the way. Ladies. And so my notes for this beehive are basically we need another super, so I need to build 10 frames. We'll put another super on here in about 5 days time, and then probably about 10 days after that, this super will be ready to pull off, and then we'll move the next one down and we'll put another super on top, and we kind of rotate it in that way. And Kira will have her first batch of honey. Yay!
Brilliant.